Hi everybody, Ellen here. Today I come to you guys with kind of, sort of a wrap-up slash favorites list. Because today I'm going to talk about my favorite books I read during spring, meaning from March until May. So I read some really great books those months, and it was really hard to just narrow it down to 5 books. So I ended up with 6 books, just like I did in winter version of this video. So I mean, at least I have a record of, failing miserably. And I've tried to, put these books in order. So we're going to start from place 6 and work ourselves up to number 1. So on the 6th place comes Pivot Point by Casey West. In this one we meet Addie, and she lives in this kind of compound where people have different abilities. And when Addie's parents tell her they're getting a divorce, she chooses to use her ability, which is she can do this thing called search, meaning that if she is presented with a choice, then she can search into the future and decide which ones of the alternate most, benefit from, which way is the best one, and she can choose from that choices because she see the different alternatives. I can't speak today. So she does that to be able to decide if she's supposed to stay in the compound together with the mom, or if she should go with her dad to the outside of the compound where he is moving. So in this book we pretty much get to see what the different choices would have entailed. So this was really great. It was really different from anything I've read before, and the abilities were, some of them were really new and different, and some we have heard about in other books before. But I did really like this book, and I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. And then we have Daughter of the Siren Queen by Tricia Levenseller, which takes place number 5, and this is the second book in the Daughter of the Pirate King duology. And in the first book we meet Alosa, and she is actually she lets herself get captured by enemy pirates on purpose because she wants to find their part of this map so she and her father can find this treasure. And in book 2, we follow the Siren Queen's daughter, and it's kick-ass, it's hilarious, it's funny, and it's really cool. So I gave this book 4.5 out of 5 stars, I believe. And then the book that takes the 4th place is A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. This is the 3rd and final book in the Dark Shade of Magic trilogy, and in this series we follow Cal, and he's one of the last living Antari, which means that he can travel through the different Londons, and there's 4 different Londons, and there are Red London, Black London, Grey London, and White London, and there's different amount of magic in each of them, and one there's no magic at all. And this is the conclusion, and it was huge. So I felt like it could have been a little bit shorter maybe, but I love the characters, I love the concept, I love the writing, and it was amazing, and I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Now we come to the book to take the 3rd place on this list, and that is This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills, because of course I can't have a video like this without mentioning Emma Mills. So in this one we meet Sloane, and she's actually recently moved, and she meets this couple of twins, and she unexpectedly becomes best friend with the girl. And they actually their mother actually passed away a couple of years ago, and she was this big artist, so she painted paintings, and one day one of her most beloved paintings for children goes missing, and they're trying to track it down, and Sloane actually travels through different states to be able to do so. And I felt like I was unsure if I would like this one, because there's going from point A to point B, which I usually don't like. But I mean, Emma Mills' writing is amazing. I always love her characters. It's so eventful and cute, and I love it so much. And I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. And then the next book I don't think comes as a surprise, because it was one of my most anticipated releases of this beginning of this year at least, and that is Leon the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli. And this book therefore takes place number 2 on this list. And in this one we meet Leah Burke, and she's actually in Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda as well. Leah Burke is actually one of Simon's, from that other book, best friends, and Leah is bisexual, but nobody knows besides her mom, and she is trying to figure out how to, tell people about that, and she hasn't even told Simon, who she knows is gay. And there's also this problem where her friend group is sort of crumbling, everything's going to hell, and she doesn't know how to handle that since it's almost time for graduation. And she also happens to have this crush, which she feels like is, you know, a little bit problematic, which I agree with. But I really love this book. I mean, we get so much Simon in this book, and I freaking I love Simon so much, and I feel like Leah really grows as a character in this book, and I don't think everything was perfect in this book. I felt I had some minor problems with it, but I do not even care because I love this book so much, and I want to reread it like now, and I give this book 5 out of 5 stars because, you know, reasons and Becky Albertalli. And then we'll come to the book that made top 1 on this list, which may also not be very surprising, but that is Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the 3rd and final book in the Luminifiles trilogy, and I'm so sad about that because I want more. Holy shit, I need more. But this is a mixed media book, so we have the story told in documents, chats, and, you know, surveillance footage, and this is like so good, so freaking good. So in the first book we meet Katie and Ezra, and their planet Carenza is being attacked by this company called Bitac, and they try to escape. They get on these spaceships, and now it's, you know, trying to get to Heimdall, which is a sort of transport, is sort of like a portal, and they have to get there before they are being, you know, hunted down and killed. So that's what the first book is about. I don't really want to say what this is about because it's not really spoilery, but it just, you know, might destroy some of the fun. But you should definitely read the books in the right order, even though you don't necessarily need to, but you should do it. But this was such a great conclusion. We do follow different characters in each of the books, and I love the characters in this book, and it was very like unpredictable, and it was so much happened, and I love the characters, and shit just went down fast. And obviously I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars because I don't know, how could I not do that, you know. So those were my top 6 favorite books I read during spring. Please let me know down in the comments if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them in that case. And also please let me know if you have read any other books during spring that you really liked. And let me know what those were and why you like them so much, so hopefully I can check them out. But yeah, if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the little button down below, and also don't forget to, you know, give me some thumbs up. And yeah, I hope to see each other next time. Bye!